Start. First, though, an update on the news, and here is Douglas Edwards. Doug?
Faith, it was what David Jacobson had looked forward to through nearly 18 long months of captivity in Lebanon. The embrace of his children this morning, Jacobson had an emotional reunion with his children in West Germany, and he proved that he had not lost his sense of humor during the ordeal.
Great opportunity to announce that I am unemployed, I'm broke, I need money, I don't have a place to live, but I'm easy to keep. I'm well trained, I can live in 6x6 square. It costs you about 25 cents a day to keep me.
We're all happy.
But Jacobson added that his joy at being free was tempered by his concern for the other Americans still being held in Lebanon. The smart money in today's election is not on the Senate. The outcome there is too close to call. Voters are making the decision now as to which party will control the Senate and the direction of the country. Democrats need a gain of only 4 seats to take over, and as Ike Pappas reports, Republicans are worried.
Holding on to the Senate will be difficult at best for the Republicans. 34 Senate seats are up. However, the majority, 22, are currently held by Republicans, seats won 6 years ago in one of the greatest landslides in American political history. Democrats believe Republican candidates will not be saved by Ronald Reagan's lengthy political coattails this time.
I don't see the coattail effects of the president making any real great changes out there. As a matter of fact, from what I can see and what I hear, the one thing that bothers me the most is there is an apathy among the voters out there.
The extreme closeness of several key Senate races has added to Republican concerns. Alabama, incumbent Jeremiah Denton is struggling against Democratic challenger Richard Shelby. North Carolina, Senator James Broyhill is neck and neck with his Democratic foe, former Governor Terry Sanford. North Dakota, Senator Mark Andrews in a tight race with Democratic Tax Commissioner Kent Conrad. South Dakota, incumbent Senator James Abnor has his hands full with Democratic Representative Tom Daschle. Idaho, conservative Steve Sims is in a dogfight with popular Democratic Governor John Evans, and Washington State, Republican Slade Gorton finds himself in a close race with former Transportation Secretary Brock Adams. Republicans hold a 53 to 47 edge in the Senate, meaning that Democrats need only a 4-seat net gain to seize control. Both sides are predicting narrow victories, but smart political experts are keeping their prognostications to themselves. The outcome in the Senate is simply too close to call. Ike Pappas, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Though Democrats may discount the presidential edge in this whisker-close Senate race, Republicans welcome all the help they can get. Meredith Vieira reports on how Republicans hope the West will be won.
In the final hours before the election, the Republican Party sent in its most powerful weapon in hopes of winning out West. Ronald Reagan went on a rescue mission to Nevada, where Republicans are worried they could lose the Senate seat being vacated by Paul Laxalt. From there, the president flew to a huge rally in conservative Orange County, California, where he urged party faithfuls to get out and vote for Ed Schau. Schau is running against incumbent Democratic Senator Alan Cranston. It's the most expensive Senate race this year, and Cranston may be in trouble. Other tight Senate races are expected in Washington, Idaho, and Colorado. Along with the races are the Western referenda, and once again, California leads the nation in controversial ballot issues. The AIDS initiative, which would allow for the quarantine of those with the AIDS virus, is not expected to pass. But another measure, adopting English as the state's official language, is. Environmental issues may help decide the Senate races in Washington and Nevada. Both states are being considered as the site for America's first nuclear waste dump, and the Democrats are blaming the Republicans for that. Finally, given the nation's anti-drug mood, it may seem bizarre, but voters in Oregon will consider a measure legalizing homegrown marijuana for private use. The measure is expected to go up in smoke. Meredith Vieira, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The whole House is on the line today, but it's not likely to change hands. Democrats have a 73-seat majority, giving them a little breathing room. Republicans have the best chance of picking up governor's seats. 27 Democratic offices are up for grabs, just 9 Republicans. We'll continue our election reports throughout this broadcast, and tonight, CBS News will provide live continuous coverage of the returns beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. In other news, in Utah, a family motorbike outing turned into a nightmare this weekend when 8-year-old Dax Adams got lost in the desert. Helicopters searched from the air, teams of searchers looked on the ground, and after 2 cold nights alone, the boy was spotted and back in the arms of his parents.
Never thought he could have made it through the second night. It was so cold out here that you couldn't believe it.
I never had any hopes of even seeing him alive again. I was so afraid we'd never find him.
It was almost like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but find him they did. Dax is described in good condition, if not a little shaky from the experience. Happy ending, eh, Charlie?
It sure was. Good to see that. Now we have the weather from Steve with, I don't know what, the plains?
Yeah, I wish I had a happy ending to this story in terms of how the rain has fallen.